Ben's Intwixt app sends a survey each time a case is closed in Salesforce. It does the job, but it's department policy and a good idea to properly QA all public-facing apps. Ben begins by converting the Salesforce trigger so he can call and test it over HTTP. He chooses the method and path. This endpoint is now RESTful and accessible. Ben next adds a flow to test their database. He wants to make sure the surveys are persisted as expected. He creates a receiver and configures it, including a descriptive title and icon. He defines both the method and path for the RESTful API. Ben adds a second activity. This activity writes the test data to the database. Ben configures it by entering the database path and choosing which fields of information to persist. Intwixt automatically maps any field with a matching ID to simplify the process. The API is complete and ready for testing. Ben restarts the flow to enable the new endpoint. He fills out his test form and submits the information. He validates that one record was persisted. Ben now creates his final API. It will return the survey results persisted in the database. He configures the activity. He defines the method get and the path. Ben adds an activity to fetch the survey results from the database. He configures it. He specifies the path and which fields to return. He saves his work and reviews the API signature. Ben restarts the flow to enable the API. He runs a test and validates the content. The APIs are now complete. Ben opens a new browser window. He wants to review the public API docs that Intwixt auto-generates. He signs into the API console and sees the 3 APIs that he just designed. He opens the GET operation and tests it. He's now ready to share his APIs. Ben's app has 3 RESTful endpoints, but in order to share them, he'll need to define profiles. Intwixt uses profiles to secure API access. Ben's department requires all public-facing apps to go through proper QA. Ben creates the developer profile and enables access to all endpoints for just this purpose. He'll assign Jared and QA to this profile in just a moment. Ben creates a second profile. This profile will only grant read access to the survey results and will be used by managers. Ben saves his work and reactivates the flow. Ben opens the app console, where he'll manage user access. He assigns Jared and QA to the developer profile, and he assigns Karen to the manager profile. The app console provides an overview of the running application. Ben shares a link to the API documentation with both. Jared logs in and sees the 3 endpoints granted to the developer profile. All API documentation is auto-generated by Intwixt. Jared tests the GET operation that returns the list of surveys. Karen's experience is similar, but when she logs in, she's instead shown the single GET operation granted to the manager profile. Ben has now successfully and securely shared his APIs.